touchdown run. And Washington has taken a first-quarter lead. So a very good start, but don't go get those Super Bowl T-shirts left. Still the early going here.
I wonder if they're even printing them at this stage of the game, right? Do you wait a little longer before you say which one you're going to do? Good advice, Brandon. Make sure you know there's a lot of game left, but a good start.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
No, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On 1st and 10, Fisher is going to float this over the middle deep. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 40.
Some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Barton. This will be caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's Washington that scoops it up.
Oftentimes when we talk about piling on in any subject, it's a negative. In this case, for this team, it's a real positive. Just scored. Now they go down, knock the ball free, get it back. They got a chance to really increase their lead and put themselves in the driver's seat.
On the other side, a little insult added to the injury. They're in a bad spot. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Coming up on 2nd and 7.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Third down, Beasley, and they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Now on comes the Washington field goal unit. And his kick is right there. It's good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So a good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Going to give this time to the tailback. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. From the gun, Fisher. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
3 and out. 4th down.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return, and it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. A great play there. 56 yards. And Washington able to stretch that lead out even further. And the lead is now 24. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3 and out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Off play action. Fisher. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now another turnover as this one's intercepted. Picked off at the 17.
I'm not sure, Brandon, we've seen a sloppier play game this year for a team on offense. Turn it over 4 times and expect to win? No chance whatsoever. And look, I have no idea what the ratio is about turning over 4 times and how that correlates to winning or losing. But I'll guarantee you, it's not very good.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones.
1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Throwing on first down. Barton looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards the pickup on the pitch and catch.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
On 3rd and 2, Barton. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They're going to go for it now, 4th and 2. Remember, they can still get the first down at the 1-yard line, though. They throw it out right complete. That is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. From 3 yards out. And this Washington offense continuing to add to their lead.
His kick is good.
He took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That's good for 28 yards.
The Bears first down.
Operating from the gun, Fisher. Being chased out left. They'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave them with 2nd and a yard.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And he gets it down to the 32. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Bears.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the first down.
A gain of 11.
A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11. They'll get it inside the red zone, but only for a couple down to the 19.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, Fisher. And caught by Cameron right side. And stepped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3.
To number 23.
That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up first and goal. Looking to throw. Fisher. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Bears get a bit closer.
I'm not sure that they have illusions right now of, okay, we're going to score 8 times in a row and we're going to be terrific. But to get one, that was huge for them. That has to feel much better right now.
And you do have, we're still in the first half. You do have the entire second half. There's something about that goose egg that just looked bad on that board, but now they've broken it.
Yeah, broken through. Can they maintain the pace? We'll see as we go along.
And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. To throw on second down. Barton. Open man Hamler. That's complete. The 20. Touchdown, Washington. K.J. Hamler. 74 yards. And this offense is running away with this one. The try here for the extra point. And he's been a busy man. 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Makes this Washington 38. Bears 7.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. 7 yards to pick up there. 3 yards to go on second down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set.
7-yard line.
Completion to his tight end, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
And the Bears first down.
Back to throw. Fisher. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. He had a great move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Second down at 5. Off the play fake. Fisher. On the crossing route, complete. It's Bates. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
The 29-yard line.
A 4-receiver set here. 3 to the left, 1 to the right, 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun. Fisher is going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete.
Fisher's pass.
Call it a gain of 3. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun, Fisher. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
He's out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage.
Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is good. And now they'll just need 4 touchdowns as the deficit is now 28. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And this is going to be covered up by Washington. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've reached halftime here in the NFC Championship as we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Hallis Trophy still hangs in the balance as the second half now underway of the NFC Championship game. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory. But also what they were saying is, don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustments. Let's see what they do, and we'll attack accordingly.
And we'll see how they attack here. On first down, Barton. That is caught at the 7. And he takes in. Touchdown, Washington. Well, something about this team, you just felt like they were one of destiny all season long, and they made themselves today, as you can see, the class of the NFC.
Yeah, and it's starting to look more and more like a Super Bowl trip is very much in their future.
And the fans starting to book those tickets. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else. Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incomplete.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
As been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Oh, he nearly broke that one. As it stands, though, a heck of a 36-yard run back. And this offense set up with a very short field. 1st and 10 inside the 20. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
1st and goal at the 9-yard line.
Here to his running back. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound. They'll keep it on the ground. Beasley. And this time he is in. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Washington offense just continuing to pour it on. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Washington 55, Bears 10.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
That'll be a gain of 15 yards, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Down at the 37-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Operating from the gun. Fisher. Throw left side complete. That's Weber. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always, always making sure no one's holding.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fisher. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been any. This defense has been all over them.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on here to punt it away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A great return there of 22 yards.
And Washington will have a short field here as they take over 1st and 10. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he stopped immediately there.
Number 32.
Officially no gain on the play, and it second down.
Right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
We're in the 3rd quarter of the NFC title game. This is 2nd and 10.
They'll keep it on the ground.
Beasley.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
Give them 14 on that one and a 1st down.
That time a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
They'll run on 1st down. Beasley. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line.
Down at the 31.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
2nd and 6.
Play action. Barton. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Barton eluding the pressure right. And he's going to go down again.
This has been a good game for them. They haven't been pressured very much today, but on back-to-back sacks, maybe the defense is starting to figure something out.
Washington going to send out their punter
as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Taken down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Off the play fake. Fisher. He sets to fire deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
3rd down. And 1 yard to go.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Fisher.
And the Washington pressure gets to him, and he will go down. Chase Young.
He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. 1 quarter remains until the NFC crowns its champion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here comes the Bears punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down, Beasley. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington 1st down. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try to finish off a game.
At the Bears, 37 yards.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. But he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
And they give this time to the tailback. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A big pickup of 12 yards on 4th down to keep this drive from stalling.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. There he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night as his guys continue to pour it on.
Even though they've got this big advantage, Charles, they are not taking their foot off the gas pedal right now.
Well, I think what we're seeing is the result of all their great preparation and great practice time during the week. And even though it seems like this is a great chance to pull people back and maybe, not try and score a few more times, they don't want to do that. I think they're enjoying what they're seeing, the collective effort, and they want to play it all the way out.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And their dream of a Super Bowl berth so close 3 quarters ago, but obviously starting to slip away if it hasn't already. They need points here and in a hurry. Now he'll let it go. He's got a man, complete. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A huge play there for Chicago. 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He's going to try and go deep again. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. Then he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. Yet another mistake after the interception there. Gosh, you look up at the scoreboard. They just got to be thinking this one cannot get over fast enough.
It certainly can't. And also what happens when you get this big of a deficit, you're supposed to make all the right throws, right? You're supposed to try and obviously get the ball to your own guys. But being down this big, you also take even more chances. And in this situation, it hasn't paid off for them at all.
On the other sideline, jubilation and laughter. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
The pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
To throw on 2nd down. Barton. That one complete to his receiver, Jennings. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
He was taken down.
Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet into the open spaces and the big yardage all night long.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Beasley. And he'll take this one down near the 15. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. They seemingly just continue to score at will, and as great as it's been for the offense, you got to feel for that defense down there.
I love how you use the word will, because both teams came into the game with the will to win, but one team has obviously imposed its will on the other and broken them, because what we're seeing right now, wow, that's a defense that's in tatters after what they faced in this ball game.
Fielded in the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bates. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this will be a Bears first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, I think you and I were both raised the same way in the game of football. You run to set up the pass, but I think we've discovered in this NFL, a lot of teams pass to set up the run. And that's what they've done throughout this game. They've aired it out, thrown it around the yard. Now they've come back to the running game, and they find a way to be successful with it.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fisher. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 23. And he'll bring it all the way back just a yard or two shy of midfield. I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go. A huge play there for Washington. 47 yards. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. From back at the 8 now after the false start, another try at 1st and goal. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
They'll keep it on the ground. Beasley. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases. Offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their backs really against the wall now. And we knew how tough it would be for them. You're coming on the road, NFC title game, crazy environment, and certainly just not looking good here in the 4th. And now here's another interception. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
At their own 30.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
Charles, let's focus for a second on the losing side. In a couple months, they may look back and say, wow, it was a great season. But right now, I guarantee they're feeling no sugarcoating on this one.
And you can already see the T-shirts at training camp next year, can't you? Unfinished business. Because they've got to find a way to motivate these guys to go through all the same pain, right? All the same tough stuff, and find their way back and give themselves a chance to win this game again next year.
And that will do it for this one. For Charles Davis, myself, and the entire crew, we'll see you in 2 weeks at the Super Bowl.